Alright, when building a WordPress powered website, there are a few things we need. First of all, there's WordPress. Then you need something called as a domain. You need something called as hosting. You also need to choose a theme and several plugins. And this can be done in one of three ways. You could do it yourself, watching these videos. You could get one of my custom packages, which is relatively cheap, starting as low as $600. Or you can go the whole hog and get something custom developed to suit your exact needs as a small business, right? Whatever you do, don't delay. Start small and you can build up as you go along. Let's have a look at what these needs are. So as we go along, WordPress.org provides us the software for free. This is where we download the software and set it up. And that's what's powering my own site. As you can see, there are a couple of options here. If you're a small business who just needs a plain website, you could get a very basic website set up using WordPress with some required plugins, and I can provide some revisions as well as an hour of training. If you are looking to set up an online store, we can do the same. We can set one up for you. Or, having watched these videos, you can do it yourself. Set it up yourself. It's going to take several hours and a bit of to and fro. I've enjoyed it, and that's how I got into this WordPress game myself. Now, apart from WordPress, what else do we need? We need hosting. And there are a couple of providers. WordPress themselves recommend 3 hosting providers, as we can see when we get there. One is the DreamHost, who have pricing around $2.50 per month for their basic plan. This is in US dollars. Another one, again, these are usually heavily discounted prices, right? So next time you come around to buying them, so if you are getting a 3-year plan, I would suggest you get them. Another company that does provide good hosting is Bluehost. And they also have like a free domain offer for $5.63 Australian. But the company I use and recommend would be SiteGround, a little bit more expensive than the two, but as you can see, $7 a month, a couple of coffees a month, and this is Australian. And you can get this for your first website, and later, I would recommend, if you want to, upgrade later to the Grow Big plan if you need to have multiple websites. Start small. The hosting is a place where you can store your files. So the software, WordPress, will be placed on that server. So all you're doing is trying to buy some space to store your images, your WordPress files, your pages, your posts. Everything gets stored on this space, and that's what you're paying for. In addition, when you go to get any of these plans, you need to tell them that whether you have a domain or you want to register a domain, which is around $20, approximately $20 Australian. So say, for example, here I can say I've got vjdesign.com.au, so I can say I already have a domain and here's my domain, right? So, and then I proceed to purchase and complete that transaction. So that is part of the cost. So $20 a year for your domain and around $7 per month for your hosting to get you started. Approximately give it around $10 once in every month. $10 a month for hosting and $20 per year for your domain. Those are your basic charges. Now, some people would prefer to set their site up on WordPress.com. Just be aware that this is completely different to WordPress.org. WordPress.org is the software that's supplied for free. It's open source. WordPress.com is a company that uses that software and allows you to, it's a software as service, so allows you to use it either for free, so you can start with free, or for a charge. Now, if you don't want to buy your hosting, buy your domain, ask me to set it up for you or do it yourself, you can come here and you can pay a fee. Now do understand that the costs skyrocket pretty much straight off the bat. You just need to be aware of that. There are certain hidden costs. One of the issues for me being the free option. Again, you can start with a free option. You get a domain that's something like vjdesign.wordpress.com. So you get a wordpress.com domain, or you have to pay additional fees for a custom domain, which includes $5. You start with Australian $5. And another issue you would face is they put ads on your site. So just be aware of that. So it's not particularly suitable for business needs. If you are heading down the business path, you're probably going to start looking at around $33. And particularly if you're going down e-commerce path with setting up online stores, you're going to look at $60 plus Australian. So that's an option for you. So it's all taken care of, all the servers and everything else is taken care of, and you end up paying for basically access. And so you access it through WordPress.com. And if you then decide in future to move, yes, it can. Your site can be exported and hosted on your own server. Apart from these, there's a little bit more cost involved in terms of themes. I would highly recommend the GeneratePress theme. This is the theme I use to create all my sites. I used to custom hand code all my themes prior to this, but I've come across, I've checked hundreds of themes, and the one I came to settle on was GeneratePress. He has Tom Osborne, the creator of this theme, has very high coding standards. It's one of the most lightweight themes I've come across, and it's available for around something like $44 a year, which is literally nothing. And any sites that I develop, I build using this theme, so you get that for free. So you get that thrown in. I also plan to purchase the pro version of the Generate blocks when they come around. This is a plugin which helps improve the editing experience even more and allows you to do things like setting up columns of information, nice headlines, icons, the lot. So there are certain charges involved in developing websites, and so approximately for around say $20 per year domain charges and around $10 per month of hosting charges. Yeah, somewhere around $200 a year minimum cost, right, to have a site. Or you go the free route and put everything on just WordPress.com and go with the free route and allow for ads. If all you're after is a personal blog or just want to start out, I'd say at least start out here, and then maybe contact me to set up a very basic hosting package for you and to take that for a spin.